Hey,
all right,
take two.
Works. Take two.
The ancestors of my skills now.
Mbaku didn't like the raisins and the potato salad.
LA streets would have been on fire.
How do you know that if you couldn't, you wouldn't fuck Kim Kardashian? How do you know that you wouldn't rush the stage with a Hennessy bottle when Taylor Swift wins over Beyonce?
You niggas in trouble.
All right, so that was take two. That was.
Hey, we just gonna roll with it.
That was take two with the intro. What's good, D Smith?
Not much, man. What's good with you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. You know, the content, you know what I mean? The content marathon ends off with Monday Night Mayhem, man. We had a good session last night. Good session Friday. I think we done got some pretty good content out over the last couple of days, man. Hopefully we can get some of these convos chopped up and get a little bit more traffic to the YouTube channel. But this is the Behind the Scene podcast. I'm the co-host, Uncle Jack 328. My man D Smith checking in from lovely H-Town. What's going on with you, brother? You all right?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Let's get right into this here, man. Let's get right into this. So I was thinking earlier today in a previous convo that me and Donovan had, maybe back in 2020, just about how our age group was witness to a lot of changes in technology, a lot of changes in life, and a lot of old world pastimes that don't really carry over or have as much weight in this current era that we live in here, man. And I think this is an interesting topic of conversation. So what are some of your old world pastimes that you look back on that, you know, that really stick out to you in your years as an adolescence, teenagers, young adult, and now as a grown man, bro, coming up in the 90s, man? Let's talk about it.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Because I don't remember the early 90s. That's why I said that.
I got you. Yeah.
Most of the stuff we still do now, it's just people don't do as much anymore.
Okay.
But mostly just like doing stuff without the internet was probably the biggest thing that I can think of, is doing stuff without the internet, hanging out with people, having to talk face to face, going to parties, not and having a cell phone all the time and not needing a cell phone. Mm-hmm. The idea that you could be gone for 12 hours or longer and someone not know where you are and be like, they'll get in contact when they need me.
Oh, man. Right.
In contact with, there was no GPS or low jack on people. People that be putting those what are those Apple dots now? Like people are like following people by putting like Apple dots on their cars and stuff and crazy shit like that. Like mostly that and picnics. I don't go to no more picnics anymore. That used to be fun.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of reasons.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Time, time being the main one, but so what I was more leaning towards when I say old world pastimes, and I mean, I'm glad you mentioned doing things without the internet, because even our age group, we came up in the era where the internet was something that was new. It was almost kind of scary, right? We didn't have when I say it was kind of scary, what I mean is that we didn't have an understanding of it. We used the internet kind of intermittently or as needed, as opposed to it being something that now is a part of everything that we do, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, just it's crazy. I'm thinking one of my favorite old world pastimes as it relates to gaming was cheatcodecentral.com.
Oh man, you were better than me, man. I got mine from the book. I got mine from the book. Yeah. I didn't even go online for that. I knew a friend that had a copy, or you would G4 had that show called Cheats, and I would record them and then write them down on a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Well, that's into the 2000s. Like what I remember the most about Cheat Code Central, it just blew my mind how you could basically find cheat codes for damn near every game there. You know what I mean? Even games that you wouldn't normally use cheat codes for, that you didn't even know enabled that kind of thing. And getting on there, like me and my cousin getting on there while my brother is on the game, or one of them while we was on the game, like that was.
Or using Game Shark. Remember Game?
Oh yeah. But now I think about it, like something like that. And this leads into another thing I'm gonna talk about. Another one of the old kind of pastimes that I look back on pretty fondly for me personally, bro, was the discount dollar theater, man. As a semi-broke kind of young man from like age 18 to about 23. If there was a day where me and my wife was hanging out and was bored, shit, we going to the dollar theater. You can go run up in the dollar theater on a Tuesday for $6, and you know what I'm saying? If I got $12 in my pocket, $6 would get us both a ticket on Tuesday, and then $5 is gonna get us a medium bag of popcorn. That would be a large bag at AMC. You know what I'm saying? And these is movies. Some of these movies would like. Some of them would be in the red box, but they'd still be fresh enough to where it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
You want to go see it. You actually want to sit down and watch it on something bigger than what you got at home.
Hell yeah. And in between going to see new movies, we was up in a dollar theater like at least damn near 2-3 times a month, man, just to pass time. You know what I mean? Like that's something that doesn't exist no more. That is a relic right there. If there are dollar theaters anywhere, I imagine they're not doing very well, or they're very kind of underground and almost one of those niche activities that the same eight people go to the dollar theater type shit, right?
Probably that, or they've now been converted to like to the porno places now.
Oh, I mean, even that seems a little.
Oh wait, that is dang. That's another thing that's gone. Let me get. All
right, we got Charles in the building.
Hey, fellas.
What's good, brother? What's good? We good, man. We getting started here. We talking old world pastimes right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mentioned Cheat Code Central. D Smith kind of mentioned like doing things without the internet. I mentioned the discount dollar theaters that used to be clutch, bro. Like
Blockbuster. That's another one, man.
Yeah. Well,
Blockbuster went away right as I was starting to get into movies, and I'm mad about that.
I mean, the timing, man. Charles, what are some of your old world pastimes, man? That just don't carry over to 2023, bro?
I loved yo-yos for a bit. I was a yo-yo king.
You better than walking the dog. I did that shit once and just dangled it.
I was walking the dog.
Oh,
you had the light up joint?
Did you?
Yeah, you already know. I had a saber wing yo-yo. That shit was hot. Pogs. I remember Pogs.
Pogs? Wow.
Pogs, man.
Yeah, hey, the slammer. You had the slammers?
Got to slam them down like that.
Dominoes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's probably a big one in the States. One that we had in Nigeria was it was kind of like Beyblade.
Oh yeah.
It was like Beyblade, but we made them ourselves. So it was like a stick, and we'd like use rubber bands, and we do like this, and like.
Oh man. Hey,
that shit was.
hey, was you playing for keeps though?
Yeah, if you beat them, you take their It's kind of like a dreidel, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, just be walking up the street with a bag full of Beyblades, bro. This is today's haul right here, and then sell them back the next day, right?
Straight up. Good times.
Yeah, like
man.
Like one of the other ones I was thinking about earlier today, man, was like for us, we had our old world pastimes, but we also had a lot of redundancies in our time, just in between the technology kind of changing, right?
True.
So, for example, we had iTunes and iPods that came out, but when you had iTunes, you would download music off CDs onto iTunes and then download that music onto your iPod.
Oh man.
Like that was a huge redundancy when you think about the way you do it now and how easy it is to access music. But that's going through 3 different
mediums to get the music.
But see, things are more streamlined. We remember how like just getting a song sometimes used to be rough.
Oh yeah,
especially if you didn't want to pay.
Right.
Especially if you don't want to pay. I want to say there was another one besides LimeWire, something Bear
Share.
Probably, yeah.
Fire.
Bear Share. Bro, so many songs I got on there, it would take like an hour to download, and then it wouldn't be the song. So you always had the minute it downloaded, you had to double check
the mystery box, bro.
The whole song.
That was the mystery box.
The whole song. So
right.
make sure no one did some fucked up shit like remix it.
Right.
Mix some other shit in there.
But even that in itself was a redundancy, though.
Yeah.
You know, because you still were going through another media just to get music onto another media. Like, I don't know if that's something that can even really be explained to somebody that wasn't there for it. You know what I'm saying? So you went from having a whole CD collection, but you still had to like upload the music off of the CDs to get it condensed onto the iPod, bro. Like
crazy.
My question now is, how do you explain not having the internet to a 10-year-old?
I mean, I don't think there's a way to do it. That sounds like the Dark Ages.
Right. To them, they probably think we were cave people.
I mean, to a certain extent, it's not that we were, but
I know what you mean.
But when you even think about what life was like before that, it feels like it happened to somebody else.
It really does. It feels like not a part of our lifetime. It feels really weird. I watched this video of a babysitter, and she was like, one of the kids I babysit came up with a brilliant idea that they all have cell phones, and whenever they're not home, it's like they're always wondering like who's home. What if they had a phone that would be at the house, but so you don't take it anywhere, you attach it to the wall? And I don't know how they do that, and like make sure that it can't be taken. And I'm like, what is happening, bro?
There was this. I saw a similar video where a woman was recording. I think she had a niece, and she was trying to delicately explain what a landline was. She's like, this is a phone. It doesn't leave the house, and you can't text on it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other ones that kind of jumps out to me, and with a lot of these activities or a lot of these old world pastimes, I mean, shit, we all had that phase. I mean, I fucked with the Pokemon cards for a little bit.
Okay.
I regret throwing mine away, bro. I could have got a whole booklet full of them bitches for nothing.
Because they're worth money right now.
Oh yeah, money. A Charizard is worth $1,000.
Big money
right now.
No, but it's wild though, because I mean, I wasn't around for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like by then, I kind of outgrew some of that. But a lot of these pastimes that we are looking back on involve human contact. It involves being, interacting with a person or a group of people. You know what I'm saying? And like that's one of the biggest parts of it that seems a little bit outdated. Fuck, like playing ditch 'em. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. I mean, for real, water fights. Those are old.
Ooh. I live in an apartment complex, bro.
Yeah.
And what we did is we had a civil war. one side on the other side and the other side on there, and we meet up like at 12. Super soakers, water balloons, water hose, whatever you could carry.
That was the best time, man.
Right. Okay. So another redundancy that jumps out. Like back in the day, my mom was a huge fan of Survivor, bro. Back when Survivor was like everything. So she would go to the store and get like a stack of blank tapes, bro, just to record Survivor.
Oh wow!
Just to record Survivor. So you I mean, like you turn your TV on, you got to make sure the VCR is tuned properly so you can record it, and then you're rewinding it. Like even the thought of rewinding a tape just to the beginning to be able to watch a movie, huge redundancy, right? Super redundancy.
Don't let the news or major event happen and cut your recording short.
Right.
That's the thing that would happen a lot. Or a game run for too long.
Yep.
And it records over your tape when you're not home, when you used to have to do that. Facts. Or how you used to have to program a VCR and people talked about it like it was defusing a bomb. That shit was easy to me. Everybody made it seem like it was hard. I'm all like, y'all don't know how to record?
Right. Like for us knowing which AV cords went into the TV is the equivalent of like a 3-year-old knowing how to use a tablet.
Straight up.
Oh yeah.
Like
I used to look at it as ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. Because that's what they look like. Don't they look like
they do look like condiments?
Right. So how do we explain going from VHSs to DVDs to DVR to streaming apps? How do we explain that? Like those are 4 different transitions of technology that we live through, years. Bro. How do we explain that?
The aliens, bro. That's it. Next question.
Yo, like what? Okay, when did y'all first see a DVD player? A DVD player that played DVDs. Do you remember the first time you saw one?
1999.
Okay.
So what come out? The game did like play the Dreamcast and stuff start first before DVDs?
Right, because Dreamcast didn't play DVDs.
No, DVDs came out in 97.
Damn, word?
Yes.
Okay.
But see, people couldn't afford them until like most of the people I knew got their DVD players in either 2001 or 2002 because that's when they became affordable.
Or they knew somebody that got them off the back of a truck, right?
Nah. This person I knew had money.
Okay.
They had money.
Yeah. Okay, so you said 1999. My bad. 99. Okay.
That's when I saw my first one.
What was it? Do you remember what movie it was?
No, that was too long ago, bro.
Okay, Charles.
I want to say Lethal Weapon because that was one of the early ones.
Okay.
In fact, hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all talk.
No, go ahead. All right, Charles. Like, if you could recall,
it would probably be in Nigeria. That means it was at least 2001. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was a porno.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a porno. Yeah, it was a porno. It was a 2001. It was a porno. It was.
Yo, that was a different era. That was.
It was. I'm figuring. I'm like, wait, because I was.
Just to show y'all how the original DVDs used to look.
I have that.
With the crappy.
With
cases.
And the inside.
This is the only one I had.
That
I
exact same
that
one.
as example compared to.
And then Matrix came out 97.
No, this came out in 1999.
That came out in 99.
Yeah.
When did Matrix come out?
Wait, no, this had to be 2001 because Matrix came out in 1999. So 2000, either 2000 or 2001.
I actually have a cassette for the Matrix as well.
But see,
yeah,
the old ass. Man. That's how you know if you got like an old school DVD. Is if it has
that thing.
But even that, like, that's another redundancy right there. You already had the Matrix on VHS.
I had Spider-Man on VHS.
But
the original Spider-Man, and they got it on DVD.
Yeah, then you tracked it down on DVD, bro. But I mean, the first DVD player I saw, my auntie had it, and the first movie they put on was a scary movie. It was the first scary movie.
The first scary movie.
And like, I ain't gonna front, bro. I was like, damn, this is crazy right now. I thought I was rewinding it and it skipped the scene. It's like, what the fuck?
That's what I liked about DVDs when it first came out. It's like you could start the movie from the beginning.
Yeah.
And you can skip scenes. So, like, especially with Star Wars, man, I can go back and just watch the lightsaber fights.
Right, but this was alien.
This was huge.
This was alien technology, though. You press a button to skip a scene, like, damn, okay. And then you press another button and it goes back to the whole scene. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? The DVD.
The DVDs have chapters here?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but Charles, like you were saying, man, that was a crazy era, bro, with the flicks.
It was a photo for sure. It was a photo for sure, the first one.
Oh man, the DVD porn era was crazy, bro.
Real crazy. And I was a kid. I was like 10.
I was lucky enough I did not have to go through that. That's all I had to say.
It was wild.
Oh man, you know, and then
that had to suck, bro. That had to suck. Like you had to prep. You had to be.
Don't do it.
It had to be like a whole setup to do that shit, bro. Okay, they ain't home.
You did a whole setup,
down, but just loud enough I can hear what's going on.
Man, no headset.
Right.
Let the shit echo through the house. If she dies, she dies.
Hey, another redundancy right there.
Crazy.
Bro. Like there wasn't.
Oh, hey, another one I just thought about. No GPS.
Maps.
You had to use MapQuest, and even before MapQuest, you had to get like a map, or someone had to go here. Wait until you get to the Texaco gas station. You're gonna make a left.
Yeah.
Go.
Bro,
People used to get lost. That's the thing. You used to get lost a lot on trips because they used to take so.
Oh man.
Oh, I guess we lost.
There you go.
Well done. Somebody called me. Yeah, we used to get lost all the time.
Right. But like, bro, that's crazy. You damn near had to know somebody that was a navigator to be able to pinpoint some shit on a map. Like, I mean, that's one of the things. We'd be asked out if there was.
No GPS. That's one of the things I'm really glad. GPS. Thank God for GPS.
I mean, it was a different time. We could have asked directions.
That's true.
Stop.
It still didn't work. You still got lost sometimes.
Still got lost,
bro.
but like that sense of intimacy with human beings, like
right.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time you asked directions?
Nah.
15 years.
Because that person you ask for directions is gonna look at you crazy now.
Yeah, like nigga, use your phone.
They're gonna look at you crazy. They're gonna look at you like your ass is crazy.
Hey, you don't have Google Maps?
For real.
You ain't got Google Maps?
Hold on, D. Smith. You got an iPhone or Android?
I got a Google phone actually.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So, all right. I dig that. So that's why I use Google Maps, man. Google Maps is kind of whack though.
And Google Maps is my best friend.
Well, on a Google phone, it probably works better than it works on an iPhone, most likely. But I mean, even
to be acting like it's sometimes.
Well, I mean, like even with gaming, right? Like, I remember the PlayStation had that ugly ass adapter,
like the 4 one where it was like a boomerang.
Yeah, that shit was ugly as hell, dog.
Like a boomerang.
It's almost
like you would just chug it.
Right. So for the PlayStation, like the multiplayer gaming experience was almost another redundancy now. Like somebody had to be at your house. You had to be.
Bro. That was an event. An event.
Right.
I wouldn't say that was redundant, but no. I guess by today's standards.
Yeah, because you can't even now. You can't explain that. Like my nephew like locks in with his headset, and it's just. But I don't think he understands what it would be like for his whole party of gamers to be in the same room, breathing the same air.
Amazing.
be in your room hotboxing like a motherfucker. No one got a window open. You got a pizza in there. Your mom or your auntie open the door and be like, "Damn,
Yeah,
shit,
man. Like yo, motherfucker's musty. Open this damn door. Open this damn door. Y'all in here,
era, bro.
right? It's been 8 hours. It's been 8 hours and y'all still on the same level of GoldenEye. Like, open that fucking window. Open that window, crack that door. Like it's live and rank up in this motherfucker, man. Like, you know,
it's crazy.
That's another thing. When you played games and you got stuck, you were fucked.
Yay!
You were fucked.
I broke Spawn because of that. I broke Spawn. I broke it. I just like.
What I used to do is, me and my friend, when we would get stuck on a game, we would go to each other's houses, and if we couldn't figure it out, we would go to his older brother, and if he couldn't figure it out, then we were fucked. That was it.
I like that. I like that. You had a plan.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the game plan.
Did y'all ever have a strategy guide for any games?
Only one.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
And that's because I love the cover.
Charles?
I don't think so. Even the cheat code era.
We was talking about that earlier.
That was like later for me, and I'll tag on to that. Did you guys ever play your games without a memory card?
Yeah. I learned out the hard way when I first got my PS2. I'm sitting up here playing the game and it says memory card. No one told me you needed a memory card.
Listen, hey, it got real. It got real. Oh, it got so real, bro.
Did y'all ever get corrupted? Thank God that never happened to me. But I've never happened to stories where people's memory cards would get corrupted and they just lose everything.
I'll add on to that. In Nigeria, we have power outages.
Oh,
so we would be a race against time. Like, yo, the power's been on for 2 hours. Let's go. Get down, stand in the chair. Let's finish this game, bro. It would be like a race against time.
Listen, I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm not eating. We got to lock in on this right now. Oh shit, that light. Oh man, the lights is flickering. Yo, that's wild though, bro.
Real wild.
Real man. Cause I wish we had Majin on right now, man. Cause like my uncle, his pops, my uncle Mark was a heavy gamer and kind of like passed that on to him, man. So when they had stacks of strategy guides. Like, my uncle Mark and my cousin were the game libraries, dog. Like if there was a game that was worth playing, it was there. Listen, when we was kids,
but say the house y'all went to.
Listen, hey, Majin was a savage. He was a savage back in the day, bro. Oh my God. I remember we was playing and this is fast forwarding a little bit, but we was playing Def Jam Fight for New York. And some of his cousins from Virginia were over there, bro. And for at least a good 10 minutes, nobody was talking. It was just
all you could hear was the press of the buttons. The press of the buttons.
Right? Oh man. Chelsea, our cousin Chelsea, she lost and started crying and was really ready to throw hands over a game of Def Jam Fight for New York. She was ready to throw hands over that. But again, that's the personal connection, man. You know, if you lost that game, though, you didn't want to be the one that lost, right?
Incredible.
What did it feel like being the winner of a multiplayer session, man?
Ooh. Internet shit talking ain't got nothing on us. That's all I'm gonna say. Internet shit talking, that's where it started right there. That's where it started right there. Shoot, I remember playing Tekken 4 at a friend's house. Oh, you didn't want to give up that controller, man. You didn't. If you had to give up that control, especially if somebody was dominating, don't let him lose one match. When he get that get back is gonna be brutal.
Bro.
I mean, you know, and then when you get that W at the end of the night, you want to try to sleep on the W. No, I'm done playing.
I'm good. What's up? Double
There was at least three times I was like, nah, man. Let's go play outside.
Y'all want to play games all day?
As soon as he was, and now that you said it, like I know at least 3 times that happened where a friend be like, no, man, let's go play outside.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. You good? I'm good. Shoot.
It's 7:30, man. My favorite show is about to come on, bro. I'm sorry. We'll get it. For real, bro. Like a lot of those, like those are the old world pastimes, right there, man. I think multiplayer gaming might be number one, man. That might be my number one over everything I mentioned before. That might be number one.
Man. Will humans ever reach that level of intimacy again?
Oh,
ever?
I think so. Slowly but surely, it's happening a little bit. Some of these kids are talking about getting dumb phones now, like flip phones that we used to have. So it may start small, and it may be a small community, but I think it'll happen again. Because some of them got to get off the wheel and be like, you know what, fuck this shit. And then they're gonna find little people like them.
I love that optimism.
You took the words right out my mouth.
Yeah.
I respect.
I don't think it'll be very big, but I could see like a cultivated type thing happening.
There's a path to it.
Yeah.
I think that.
I respect the optimism because on one end of it, it's almost like it's weird. I feel like we didn't appreciate some of the redundancies, though. In hindsight, we didn't really appreciate because it educated us, right? How often do people read? Like, if you wanted to figure out how to get where you needed to get in the game,
you had to read, yeah.
If you,
that's true.
If you had to,
that shit, man. I went over to my dude's house.
Well, yeah, but like, if you had the strategy guide, you had to crack it open and read. That was like. You know what I mean? Making a reference.
That was like diagnosing the body, bro.
Yeah, bro. You cited
like
doing
open heart surgery.
Straight up. You
okay. Turn to page 5, level 3.
Right. Dead ass. You citing a reference in order to advance in that game by reading. You know what I'm saying? Now there are playthroughs and stuff like that to get you through certain parts of a video game.
That's crazy.
Does that hit the same though? If you can't get past a certain point in the game, like, are you real? How does it feel that you could just look up, all right, this section of God of War that I can't get past right here? It's somewhere on YouTube.
I think for our generation, it won't hit the same. But for them being born into that, that's good. Yeah, I looked it up and I did it, bro.
Okay.
It only took them 30 seconds. What would take you like maybe a week?
Hell yeah, man. Bro.
30 seconds.
Interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, like another one. See, my bad. We done jumped in the time machine.
This is dope.
No, keep going, keep going. I like
this is good B-roll shit here. I remember Metal Gear Solid 3. That's one of my favorite games ever. And I was watching my brother play it. And like the biggest section of the game, you're fighting the boss to end. He's a sniper and has basically the entire gaming area is your battlefield. And this dude is hiding, sniping you out, and you got to find him, right? The sense of urgency for it was off the chain. And what me and my brother didn't know till later on is that you could just completely skip that battle. If you have your save file and don't touch the game for a week, the guy dies the next time you turn the game on. I
remember that.
Or if you
my dude found that out, and he lost his mind. He's like, what?
That was Kojima fucking with us, right? But I'd never seen a boss battle that didn't tell you how to fight the boss. It's like you're in the jungle, find him. If you don't find him, he's gonna kill you. Oh shit! How much time do I got? It doesn't tell you how much time you got. Something like that can only work during that era of gaming because there were no spoilers. The online community wasn't hitting like it was before. So it's like you felt the challenge of just being in the game and not wanting to ruin that experience, bro. Like that's Kojima was trolling
TV
the fuck
shows,
out of us, dog.
TV shows and video games. The idea that you didn't like you could wait a week to watch a show without the rest of the world telling you what happened.
Oh, spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely miss that for movies, man. I miss that for movies. so much.
No, that's a fact, bro. Like
now someone taking a damn picture and posting it. Look what I just saw.
Right, because now it's a race to spoil it. If you don't spoil it first, you lose.
I guess. By they dumbass logic, I guess.
For real, if you don't spoil it first, you're out of the loop. Now the thing, like I can't spoil nothing, man. That shit pisses me off, bro. Spoilers get under my skin a lot, man.
Oh yeah,
I take them. I take spoilers personal, dog.
Yeah. I remember when I first moved here, and me and my sister were both really into Battlestar, and I had watched it with her roommate, and she came in from work, and she's like, "Oh, this person died." We moved out the next day.
Seriously? Or you just said,
oh damn!
Oh damn!
She was done.
Nah, but that's real shit right there, bro. Like, man. Spoilers, I completely forgot about that. Like, that's a whole part of the game. Like, that's a subculture in everything now. Spoilers, man, like, shit. I'm like, nah, that's deep.
All these layers, these waves of like, fuck this generation that keeps hitting the back.
That shit is deep. Like, bro, that shit is
like waves of it. Like, God,
for real. Cause like,
I hate y'all.
Cause that's part of the reason. Like I missed out on when Squid Game hit. I missed it. I didn't watch it when it first hit.
I told you everything, I'm sure.
Yeah. So when I was still on Twitter, late 2021, I'm just seeing shit that I have no frame of reference for any of these things that they talking about. And then when I got around to watching it, it was like, oh, that's what red light, green light means. And you know what I'm saying? That's why everybody was crying when that's the old man that they were talking about or whatever. So damn, bro. Like,
by the way, I knew that motherfucker was a plant.
You knew he was a plant?
I knew he was a plant.
It was pretty obvious.
I knew he was a plant from jump. I'm all like, motherfucker's number one. You knew how to play red light, green light?
Yo, but yeah, man. We hey, listen, we can keep this going, bro. It was like I think we might have been the last golden era, dog.
I say that all the time, bro.
I really
because
feel
we
like
got the old world and the new world.
We did. It feels like I think we're saying for like entertainment, how entertainment shifted after 2001, but that we lived pre 2001. The world was different.
Big facts.
Like it was so optimistic. It was like everything after 2001. It just everything changed. Everything dipped at alarming rate. And
super
it's like the people that brought in the future for us, they didn't shoulder the responsibility of what came with that. So like Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, these guys that brought in, they didn't shoulder the responsibility. They got rich, but they didn't shoulder the responsibility of like, man, I'm isolating the world. Like we're isolating people. We're isolating people. I wonder what that does, huh? We're gonna be rich.
Right, they didn't take as long as I sit in my ivory tower.
They didn't take the second to think of the impact of what they were doing.
Damn, that's deep.
They didn't take the time at all, man. Because you can make Facebook could have been more interactive.
Like MySpace. MySpace was superior at for a time period. It was
ahead of its time. If it was Facebook and then MySpace, the world would be different.
Black Planet.
Black Planet.
Were you actually on that?
No, I was too young for Black Planet.
I was too. I never got on there.
I've heard through the grapevine of Black Planet.
I was too young for Black Planet.
I would have been on there though if I was a little bit older.
Yeah, the people that brought in the new era, they didn't show the responsibility.
That's some deep shit right there, though. That's a heavy statement, bro. So who are the good guys and all that, though? Like, were any of between and respectfully, like between Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, even Bill Gates, were any of those guys like the good guys in hindsight?
After learning stuff, I was when I first got here, I was a big Bill Gates, he's Windows, fuck Apple. I was all that shit until I remember one of my networking teacher he played this movie. Whenever you guys get a chance, The Pirates of Silicon Valley. Oh my God, I was broken.
Broken.
Is it a
Bill
movie
Gates
or
stole the
documentary?
mouse. Bill Gates stole the operating system. Bill Gates stole the hardware. Ain't nothing original about Microsoft.
Oh, I know.
Ain't nothing. He stole the OS from Steve. And I was one of the Microsoft boys. Oh, Steve can't even code. What an idiot. And he was like straight up like King Arthur. Like he always put the concept of the human interaction first. The first iPhone, all that shit was what was important to him. Putting all that music on the phone. That was important, the human interaction part. And I didn't get it as a kid. I was like, oh, he can't code. What an idiot. Ugh.
Oh,
But
man.
Even down to the packaging, bro.
Hold on, I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back.
And the way that the cable, when the cable snaps.
Yep. That's all him.
Oh, it didn't make the sound. But when it makes this, he
that
made it all cohesive.
He was obsessed about the board. The board that they made, the way he's like, oh, put the fan here. He's like, what does it matter where we put the fan? Put the fan there for airflow. He cared about shit that like nobody was thinking about. So it would have been nice for him to be around during the social media era because he was like the only tech titan that cared about human interaction. Those other guys don't care.
In fact, someone said something to the extent that no new progress has been made since he
died. Nothing. It's been the iPhone bended and redone.
Yeah. There have been no new innovations at all. Maybe like the camera. It's got four. Hold your phone up.
Four lenses.
You got four lenses now for it.
Yeah, I got to cover up the Apple.
On mine.
Cover up the Apple sign.
and Steve, we trust.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was one of them guys that got fooled, man. That Bill Gates was the real guy and stole all that. Stole it all. I was like, what?
But I like that statement that you made there, and that the guys who carried us into the age that we're into now, is it that they didn't know or that they didn't care?
I think it's both.
Okay.
I was gonna add a third one. They didn't realize how fast this thing would catch up.
Okay.
I think in the time that they're making all this money, Snapchat was one of these guys too. The responsibility comes. You get the news reference. Your marketing team will send you the data about what this stuff is doing to your clientele. You're gonna see it. So when that happens, the money's already rolling in. So if you came in here wanting to be money, especially them, oh my God, fuck them Snapchat kids. I hate them. People forget they were almost the worst one. They put the camera. The UI was the camera. So your the selfie culture, all that stuff was Snapchat.
Yeah.
That was a whole other era, y'all. They brought in a whole other, I mean, everybody copied them and they're done now, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody copied, but they brought in the whole era of the filter. You can't see yourself without a filter now. 80% of videos of people online, there's not even their face.
Right.
They have dysmorphia, bro.
I'm tracking. I'm definitely tracking.
Snapchat was a big one. Because Facebook, there was a sense of like, it was still a kind of separate, but Insta and Snapchat, what it did for vanity.
They were like the TikTok before TikTok.
Boy, for vanity, oh my boy.
It got nasty real quick.
Nasty. Vanity became like in. It was in to be vain with the likes and oh, look how many likes I got.
I get what you're saying, because with MySpace and even with early Facebook, it was more about the communication.
100%.
Even more so than making, because now Facebook is really about the groups and like grouping up with people that think like Facebook is very negative now, but early on it was more to be able to connect with people that live across the country without even being on the phone with them. And MySpace for our group was to communicate with people who were with us at school or whatever, right? But I get what you're saying. The aspect of look at me and then look at yourself that wasn't prevalent until we got to the Snapchat
Instagram
era thing. Because I get queasy. I get queasy when I get on Snapchat.
I do.
I get queasy when I get on Instagram.
And then you got to think of the air conditioning. You got queasy maybe at like a 3. Now you're getting queasy at an 8.
Yeah.
Now it takes a little bit more for you to get queasy because you're conditioned.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm digging. I'm definitely tracking
without even wanting to be.
I'm definitely tracking because it's like you can't post on Instagram without it being your best shit. You're not posting your first draft on Instagram.
No. Nope.
Nope. The first draft, you are not putting your first draft on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure everything is on point, or else it's just not gonna hit the same. Because then when you see your man's, or you see that complete stranger in front of the Bugatti with the doors up, even if it's not theirs, in the picture it looks like theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many relationships done got fucked up because somebody hit the like button on a complete stranger? On a complete stranger?
I was swiping by and I just double tapped. It was an accident.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have been swiping.
Oh man, when did oh man, I don't know if this is the Kim era. That was an era too. Don't forget, she brought in some shit too. When did the bad press?
Wait. She's studying the bar right now to be a lawyer.
Studying the bar? What did she do?
I mean, her daddy was a lawyer.
She's trying to be a lawyer now.
Oh well.
Hey,
how y'all gonna? You guys can't say that's not the right route.
This is America.
Hey, I'm just tracking the progress. That's all.
What were you saying, Charles?
I was saying that was like the Snapchat. Kim K brought in an era too about the bad press is still good press.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that?
Ooh,
yes.
You know what? I think it was Paris Hilton.
Ooh, it was Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton was the first one. She took what she had and just made it better. She did what she did just better.
Yeah, it was Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton was the first one with the sex tape, bro.
Oh shit.
She's the first one, but she did that pre-internet era. I think that's the difference. That might literally be the difference. Because that was a little bit before the internet blew up. And then she fizzled out before she could get her shot off technically.
I mean, look, when you see a Hilton commercial, she's in the commercials for the hotels now. So
yeah, yeah,
I haven't seen her. How is she?
I mean,
she better than I thought she would be looked by now.
Very rich.
They stand this shit.
Very rich. I mean, motherfuckers still stay at the Hilton hotel. Like, people check into the Hilton every day of the week.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? She could have had a whole library section on Pornhub, and that wasn't gonna make people stop checking into the Hilton hotels, respectfully.
Crazy.
But Charles, I like what you're saying here, because like the ripple effects of bad press working for celebrities influenced people to start doing nut ass shit out here and still treating it as though it was a positive.
Yep.
Like those pranks that have gotten people killed.
Out of
dude that was grabbing girls as asses.
I mean, listen, yeah.
The online character.
Say what?
The online character.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but hey, Charles, I see where this is going. We gonna cut it. We got to segue into another topic. I know where this is going. I know where this is going, man. We gonna talk about that offline, bro.
It's heavy. It's all heavy.
But another topic I want to get to, Charles. You mentioned before that you were riding pretty heavy with Microsoft over Apple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think it was what? Okay, and you seen the documentary in a coding class, so you were forced to see something that made you view that through an objective lens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so in this era that we live in here, because people can figure out information whenever they want to, they can be told they're right, be told that they're wrong.
Mm.
Where's there room for objectivity at
now, right?
Where's the room for that? How do we find that, and how do we know that it's real? in terms of just general discourse and conversation, man. This is an interesting topic because we haven't discussed this. We haven't discussed this for a long time, and I want to get y'all's take on this. Objectivity.
That's heavy. That's really heavy. I don't know if that can happen online. I feel like that's the kind of things we got without, again, we took for granted, being in people's space, being, next to people. Man, D. Smith. That's heavy. That's heavy.
Because before we went live, D. Smith, you was talking about Larry King and how Larry King was interviewing people. He was talking to people. Some people were controversial, whatever, and it wasn't slanted. It was more conversational. He was asking questions that people wanted to know, but he was also getting to know the person before getting into the heavy hitting news kind of shit.
He was amazing.
Yes, he was. Rock suspenders like nobody's business.
Straight up.
Because I bring this up because I don't like D. Smith. I don't know if you remember the clip I sent you. So Bill Maher had his podcast.
Yeah. I remember you sent it recently. Yeah. He had some guy from Fox News that you told him. I don't know his name, but I know what you're talking about. What
the fuck was guy? Gutfield, one of the guys that's on Fox News, and he's sitting there admitting to Bill Maher, well, when I do my research on some of these people that I'm paid to slam on my network, I learned that I have more in common with them than I initially thought. And it's kind of scary because I can't go on camera and say that I agree with the people that I'm being paid to slam, right? So to me, what does that mean? In these spaces where people are watching, is it all cap?
But to say, and taking what they say with real seriousness.
Is it all cap?
I think so. I think it's time to consider.
Yes and no. I'll say that yes and no, depending on the individual. I think we're getting more into a world where that's at least 80% cap.
I think you have to consider the entire streaming. I don't even have to say mainstream. Entire kind of streaming. Anything that has a platform is basically those pop-up ads on pages at this point. They're basically, because they will say ad revenue. When I with the Trump Rise documentary, the Fox CEO was like, it may not be great for the country, but it's great for ratings. The owner of Fox. That was his word.
Yeah.
So they know.
Hell, Tucker Carlson just recently got caught. I won't go too deep into that. Recently got caught like saying bad shit about Trump on his phone and saying that he's a fucking idiot.
He was talking about
he had to go on every night and be like, man, Trump is Trump.
Let's slow down a little bit. Let's let this process.
I pressed the gas a little too hard.
We will let it process here because, in my view, okay. So, for example, you mentioned Larry King. There's nobody on CNN that's like Larry King. There's nobody on CNN that everybody's going to be willing to watch because of whatever, right? And as far as news goes, that's one demon that I still can't exercise. I cannot exercise my cable news demon. I look at CNN on my phone more times during the day than I'm proud to admit. I check my email and I check my email and I look at CNN probably at least. Some people get on Instagram and Facebook. I look at CNN. I need to fucking stop. I need to stop. I need to, right?
You need something else. You need something else. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, when the sources of information are so scarce or so heavily controlled by monopolized, you don't really have too many other sources, right? Yeah. But for CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, while they might be under the umbrella of reporting news, they're still in the entertainment business.
They are.
So how much of that, when it's entertainment, but it's meant to be directed in a certain way, where's the room for objectivity? If I'm reading an article on CNN, I'm getting CNN's perspective on that. It still isn't an objective angle on the story that's being told, right?
Sure.
So where do I find this at? How am I going to be an objective thinker if my source of information isn't even objective?
So I think
it's nasty work.
It's really nasty work, and you have to probably have a couple sources that you pick
that's
common facts from. So say there's a father. Oh, that's too dark. Why'd I go straight to that? Okay. Say there's some random dude that kills his girlfriend.
Okay.
And one news channel says, Tucker John murdered his girlfriend of 10 months. Supposedly she was cheating on him.
Yep.
And another news work says, Tucker John, former Navy vet, right? Murders in self-defense his girlfriend of 10 years after dealing with severe mental health issues. Those are two truths. Those are two truths. Both leaning towards evoking an emotion from you. So it's like a spectrum. Truth has become a spectrum because you get money out of your clientele that leans towards whatever truth you're going through.
Man,
it's fucked.
This is nasty work.
It's fucked.
This is nasty work, man.
It's a spectrum, man. It's a spectrum of truths.
Super nasty work, because again, and where does tech fall in all of this here? Where do guys? So on one end of it, you got people who love Elon Musk, and you got people who hate him. The people who love him can't necessarily tell you why they love him. They just love him for whatever reason they love him. And the people that hate him because they don't like the people that love him. You see what I'm saying? Again, where's the middle ground here? But everybody's on Twitter. But you're all on Twitter.
Well, you're all on Twitter. Don't hate him that much.
Right. So what are we doing here? Is everything cap? Is it all cap? That's what I want to know here, bro. Is it D Smith? You said 80% cap?
Well, as regarding what you said before, but as far as looking into the news, we're at a point now where realistically people need to be looking multiple sources. Like the story goes, it's what they said, what they said, what he said, what she said, and then the truth. There's somewhere in the truth between those two stories. Yeah. And we as people need to start doing that. Now, as far as that happening,
shit.
There you go. You said it yourself.
I mean, think of like straight up.
That's why I don't look into or I don't follow the same.
Right.
I pick news from different stuff and I analyze it sometimes. So that's how I do it.
So even to bring this full circle, this goes back to what Charles, like what you were saying with some of the guys that fostered us into this era here, right? I mean, if Mark Zuckerberg knew that Facebook was just going to be the home of the echo chamber groups of, if this person doesn't agree with us, they're not allowed in our group. Like all Facebook is now is the lunchroom or the cafeteria. You got this table. You got this table where everybody likes this thing. You got this table where everybody doesn't like this thing, and they all agree on that. And then you got this table over here. If your objectivity and a group don't necessarily jive with one another, right? So the marksmen gotta hate the blurs. The blurs gotta hate the marksmen. The weebs gotta hate both of them. Not hate. Hate is a strong word, but
I get what you mean.
The disagreements have to be such that you either fall on one side of it or you fall on the other side of it, right? The Michael B. Jordan short video that I did and posted onto the channel that Donovan chopped up. Again, same scenario. I was either the white adjacent black person or I was the guy that was, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm neither one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just the guy with an opinion here. Like
an objective opinion.
Right. So if I don't like something, that automatically makes me this type of person. I'm in this box. I can't ever slide over to this one until it fits a certain narrative to make somebody else agree with the way that I feel. Like, it's all cap, bro.
It is, and the thing is, like, if it was in their purview that they wanted to, increase the human experience with each other, and that was the goal, you could. And we're probably giving free game away to them, but you could take a topic that's being discussed in a group, with artificial intelligence, and float it against another group that isn't from there. Like, hey, look, this is what they're talking about in this group. And they'll be like, oh, we're not so different. Let me check this group out. Because you don't have to physically walk to that lunch table like you would in high school. And they'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? They won't say that. You can come to the group and you can see, like, you know what? The KKK isn't all bad,
Oh, man. That's all anybody's going to hear, Charles. That's all anybody's going to hear.
Right. And then he said KKK was
the headline. Imagine that headline. Imagine that headline. Writer, award-winning writer of groundbreaking African comic book says the KKK isn't that bad. That's the headline right there.
Game over.
No context, because again, and that's the other part though. Context and objectivity also kind of go hand in hand too, man.
Yeah,
of course. It doesn't matter what topic you're talking about. It could be movies, sports, music, comic books. I mean, the weather, whatever. It's like now you gotta, you either, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, it's like if y'all felt this strongly, man, like why isn't everybody out here gangbanging, man? Like shit, Crips and Bloods agree on more shit than what some of y'all do on Facebook, man.
Yeah.
So does it get worse or does it get better?
I think it gets worse. I think it gets worse till it's I mean, I don't know if that movement's still happening, but people were unplugging from Facebook. Unplugging for I don't know how long that lasted.
That was more cap.
Yeah,
but
I think it gets worse, especially after what they saw what it can do to an election.
Yeah.
I mean, people can wield it. People can wield it for nefarious purposes, man. So it definitely has to get worse.
Now, my question to y'all, because this is going to go even further. What happens when we start introducing AI into this?
Oh. Mr. Death Rights.
Thermonuclear war right there.
Hey, man, I don't want to think that deep into it, man. This is entertainment, brother. This is we doing this.
I'll leave it there.
We doing this for entertainment purposes only, brother. Yeah. Entertainment purposes only, bro. But I mean, this is one of them interesting topics because I mean, that's something else me and Donovan had talked about in the early days of the behind the scene podcast, and that's an interesting topic to me. Objectivity is something that I always kind of enjoy trying to lean toward. Oh shit, we got some comments, huh? Okay. Evan G. Lyon, shout outs to Evan G. Lyon. Behind the scene,
Facebook now. No offense to people still there.
I mean, yeah, it is. 30 Facebook is like 35 and up now.
Yeah.
35 and up spends a lot of time on Facebook. Man.
Pretty much.
And then you also
it's funny how they kicked us out and they moved in.
Perception becomes reality. Yep.
Because that started off as a college site.
Yeah.
Well, how old are they now though? Like how old is Mark Zuckerberg? Like 40?
Yeah, he's almost 40.
So
okay, never mind. They just moved. They just kept redecorating the house.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of depressing, bro. It is kind of, but I haven't been on Facebook since like 2012, man.
Woo.
Straight up, like I said, I'm good on this, man. I'm out of here. Like when I seen, like when I seen like relationships and stuff like that really getting torn down over comments and likes, that's when it was like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna drink some water, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna touch some grass. I'm gonna do it. Like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Oh, you wasn't putting as complicated in your relationship status?
Nah, bro.
Nah?
Come
on, bro. Yeah, I remember I was dating this girl.
Listen.
And I was like, I just got the thing. Like, bing, bing. I'm like, relationship status. And I was, but like, why didn't you just tell me we're doing this?
Nope, you didn't get a choice. You were not given a choice.
I ain't accept that shit. That shit ain't.
Oh man. He said you ain't get. Nope. This ain't real. This ain't real anyway.
I ain't accept that shit.
This ain't real anyway. But yeah, man. All right, so but I like where this is going, man. We having some real conversation here, man. So Donovan floated us another topic. He floated. Yo,
pure evil, that guy.
This was a heavy topic, but I'm kind of rocking with it, man, because it piggybacks off of the Kanye convo that we had last year too. So when you think about art and entertainment that is produced by people with less than stellar character, who have stains on their character, what do you do with that art? And how is your appreciation of that art affected by the stains on that person's reputation?
I love how you emphasize stains there.
Absolutely. That's, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. we know what we're doing here. We know what we're doing, man.
Oh, God. Ooh.
I would say it depends on how bad it is.
Okay. I'll throw a name out there then. I'm going to throw a name out there. Vince McMahon.
Help me with the context of Vince McMahon.
I mean,
there's the stuff that he did, and there's the stuff that are just allegations.
What I'm going to say, okay, when I say Vince McMahon, okay, I mean professional wrestling is an industry in the United States basically controlled by his company, by World Wrestling Entertainment. Okay. This is a guy who is on record of not being a good person at all, whether it be between the things that his talent did on camera, the things that he did to people behind the scenes, off camera, the allegations, him being booted out of being chairman of his own company last year, only in turn to selling his company for $10 billion this year, with basically no repercussions for the things that he was accused of doing in the first place, right? But nobody is going to say, I'm not watching WWE anymore because of Vince McMahon. Even if you know he's on the record of not being the most pleasant person in the world, right? That's just one example.
I'm about to say, to me, he's one of the ones that got away with it, and he was lucky enough to. But I can't believe the surprising thing of what you said to me is he got 10 billion out of that. He still walked away with an easy 10 billion.
Easy 10. I mean, but there's other things that go into that, though.
Of course.
In his particular case, he's somebody who's one person in an industry that is basically controlled by him. He's the one-stop shop for his market share over that industry is so big to where he can't be avoided.
Yeah.
Within reason, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do without facing any consequences, right?
Sure.
Okay. So and that's just one example. That might be a little bit extreme, but there's more extreme examples here, right? So Donovan mentioned Bryan Singer in the Discord chat.
And Bryan Singer, I think, slept with a boy underage.
I mean, yeah, there's some stains on his name, man. There's some, but
Oh, please go.
And I was gonna say my favorite movie ever was directed by him, and oddly enough, starred Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
who's also
and didn't he get away? Was he the one that fled the States?
No. You
Okay,
think
I'll
about
think of
Woody?
somebody else.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, you think
That's
about
a
Woody
whole-
Allen. Yeah, that's even nastier work. Roman Polanski, that's the nastier work. But we don't want to get this video taken down from YouTube.
No. I just want to make sure I got my line straight on who's.
Oh man. I think when it is.
Of Roroni Kenshin. I don't. Evan G, you gotta.
That's right. That guy that made Roroni Kenshin. You see?
Oh, okay. What's the background there?
He had pedo
okay.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to say the word.
Yeah.
But he had pictures on his computer.
When it comes to those people,
I think.
My bad. No, you go.
This is rough.
I think it's kind of like the whole Jesus thing, right? Like, be Christ-like. You would like to, but in reality, I mean, what we're supposed to say is no, throw them away, punished. But that's not what happens. It doesn't happen anywhere. The goddamn rockets were made by the Nazis, so it doesn't happen on any level. A bunch of modern medicine is attributed to
experiments
on
animals
folks like us. Like, so in reality, it would not happen. It won't. The nice thing to say would be throw them away. That's what you teach the kids, obviously, and the kids will learn the reality that we didn't throw our own demons away at the time.
When your life, my bad. Go ahead, D. Smith. You were gonna say something.
No. He said it damn near perfectly.
Okay.
The only thing is now I think we need to get into the idea of doing what we say we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting them do the perp walk, but we get them behind the building, uncuff the keys, and tell them to run.
Okay. So this is what I was gonna say here, right? Okay, think about Kanye West. Okay, so he said some things last year that got him in some hot water. Adidas dropped him, Def Jam did whatever. But guess what? Adidas lost money as soon as they stopped fucking with Kanye West. Mm-hmm. And then ended up having to pay him to come back to their brand. Did anyone really stop listening to Kanye West? When that controversy was going on, Cricket Wireless had a commercial playing Stand Up by Ludacris that was produced by Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? So was there really, you see what I'm saying? Again, back to the cap. Let's get back to the cap. The appreciation of the art or the entertainment that they provide may most likely is dependent upon the offenses that the person ends up committing. But I mean, if Step in the Name of Love comes on at the cookout, who's going to tell that person to turn it off? Who's going to look at the person with the aux and be like, hey, you got to cut that off? Or are we going to be out there?
It's tough. I think there should be a win on record for these individuals to buy horrific shit off the black market.
Okay, that's disgusting. Very disgusting.
Oh, who's that? He's talking about?
I think he's talking about the writer of Roroni Kenshin.
Jesus.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was saying, like, I think there should definitely be, especially for the future generation, there should definitely be a clear-cut punishment for stuff like that.
I agree.
Right. So it's tough because I don't want to incite violence.
No, hey,
on the channel.
I agree.
But me personally,
yeah,
for things that get to me that level,
oh yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah,
take care of it.
Yeah, you got to do what
and for me.
Oh yeah,
but I would never want to express that that's something you should do. But I feel like the future generation should know that. Oh, this person did get their comeuppance.
Right.
Somebody did it. A vigilante, whatever. This is a tough way. I'm trying to talk around.
Oh, I got you. Hey, look, I got your back. I got your back.
Around y'all getting the video thing now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But you feel what I'm saying.
Oh,
Somebody needs to take the responsibility for saying more than what should happen to these people. Go do it. Get out there and do it, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And when the person gets canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Canceled. When a Kevin Spacey gets canceled, or when you know, when a Kanye West gets canceled, or a Brett Ratner gets canceled, or a Matt Lauer, or a Harvey Weinstein gets canceled, that doesn't take away. There's another factor that goes into that, though. A lot of people still stand to make a lot of monetary gain off of the works of a Kevin Spacey.
That's right. LA
Confidential isn't going to stop airing on AMC because Kevin Spacey's name got caught up into some skullduggery, right?
Yep.
They're not going to stop airing movies produced by Harvey Weinstein because he was a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Kanye West music is still going to get licensed out and played in advertisements from now for the rest of eternity because his catalog is that vast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the only one, Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show probably got taken out of syndication and all of that, but did they really tap his pockets that much? If he's so what, like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, is anybody going to say if the Cosby Show is on, I'm not watching it?
And that's the thing. Should the punishment be his pockets, or should the punishment be something that fits the crime? So if homeboy, you know, is if homeboy said if Kanye said some racial shit, cut him off there. Cut him off where that at that point. What is the equivalent of what he said that impacted you? What is the equivalent that he gets that comeuppance? What
exactly?
So the works, it's just not. I don't think it's possible. Rockets in the sky.
It's not tangible, right? It's not
rockets.
No,
it's not tangible.
It isn't.
It sounds good.
Sounds great. Yeah.
All of that shit sounds good, but it's not realistic. That's pie and rockets in the sky. I was gonna say pie in the sky, but rockets in the sky sounds much better than that.
Rockets, man.
Even more cap. But
if anything, it's a pacifier, so you don't do what you're supposed to do. You feel me? It makes you feel good. Oh, I'm not streaming Kanye today.
You taking a stand?
That's all you're doing? Yeah.
I'm gonna take a stand by not listening
to Kanye.
So it's a pacifier.
Right. We gonna add caveats. I'm only gonna listen to Kanye West when I do squats on Wednesdays. That's the only time I'm gonna listen to Kanye
middle of the
West.
week. That's really gonna hurt. Middle of the week, Wednesday. Hump day and everything. He's gonna feel that.
Y'all got it. You know what I mean? Good job.
Good job. Ridiculous.
Yeah, hey, I think we're exposing a lot of we doing some exposing today. There's a lot of cap.
Yes.
A lot of cap out here going on, man. I mean, we had an in-depth conversation about Dragon Ball Z 2 nights ago, right? Toriyama comes out and says, I didn't make Dragon Ball for black people.
Oh.
Right? He said it.
Uncle Jack is here, y'all.
He said it, right? He said it.
And I respect it.
I didn't make this for y'all. So why do you think
At least I heard it from the source, because we've been telling them the same damn thing.
I didn't make this for y'all. But I mean, nobody online is like, yo, man, fuck Toriyama.
No. It would be nice. It would be nice to be like, oh, you know what? We gave DBZ all of our dollars. It ain't for us. Okay, let's go try something.
Nope.
Let's go try something. Nope. Let's argue on Twitter.
And I'm on my bullshit, Charles. I'm on some bullshit. All right, man. All right. Look, we got on a lighter note, on a much lighter note, man. Yeah, I mean, wasted potential.
Woo, that's lighter.
wasted potential. This is potentially more of an interesting conversation that can be a little bit less. All right. So when you think of movies, music, books, any media of entertainment that you had high expectations for, that you felt started off good but wasted the potential window that they had to make an impact.
Oh man.
First one to come in my head, Batman v Superman.
Let's get it. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, how could it have been better?
That's two movies stitched together, thinly realized. Realistically, what it should have been, the first movie should have been is a Superman sequel. Maybe the Rise of Batman. That opening scene when Batman is watching Superman do all that crazy shit.
That's hard.
I love that. He's seeing a threat, a real big threat to the world in a big way, and realizes he has to do something about it. We don't see him maybe until the middle of the movie one time, and then maybe the end of the movie with the suit on.
With the bat sign.
The movie ends right there.
Heavy.
Part one.
Okay.
Should have been that.
Okay.
No, we got a whole bunch of bullshit that made no sense. Piss in the jar. Piss in the jar. What the fuck, bro?
I forgot about the piss in the jar. I forgot about that.
He's been starting his villain arc.
I forgot about the piss in the jar. Yo, what did he say about the piss in the jar? Like
it's like a country joke that she said. And it actually was piss in the jar.
I forgot about the piss in the jar, bro. That was.
And then Wonder Woman should not have been there. Realistically,
you don't think so?
No. This should have been a Batman versus Superman. Realistically, I think what should have happened was there's a big conflict with Superman where he causes another accident, not the same accident that we see that Bruce Wayne sees, but another accident, and there's a public outcry, and he has to go to trial.
Yeah.
And Lex Luthor is sitting. We don't know anything about Lex Luthor. He's only there to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's a public outcry, and maybe we cut to a scene where Bruce Wayne is watching it at home, and just more of that. And then
I love that. I'm
trying to think of, because we need a villain, because I don't think people will show up just to see Superman go to court. I feel like there should be a threat, a smaller threat. Maybe Lex Luthor orchestrates something so it makes his public appearance look even worse. And so,
like, destroy his character.
Yes, exactly. And he's dealing with this, and maybe he starts to feel like he should pull back with humanity. Maybe something to that effect. But
Zach would have liked that too. That would have fit Zach's vision for Superman.
But then Lois reminds him who he is.
Yeah, I dig that.
Charles, think of a villain.
For that, I like the Lex Luthor
something softball but strong enough.
I like the Lex Luthor idea. I don't mind. You thinking cosmic or someone Earthbound?
Something small, bro. Small curveball.
Let me see animated series.
I'm trying to think of someone with that would have been too. No, let me not even say it. Maybe Toyman. The only thing I could think of.
I was thinking Toyman, but that'd be like terrorists attacking.
Yeah. Then that's what I was trying not to.
Too much.
But a small a smaller villain, and then we maybe cut to that scene. That scene where Ben Affleck is working out, and he has a picture of
Superman on the
dartboard with batarangs.
Yeah, Rocky 3.
Yeah,
Rocky 3.
And we get a little bit of him, and maybe he's looking over his profile, and Alfred brings him some more paperwork on him of what they could find, and he's like, these are from the government. This is what little we could get on them. it seems like his weakness might be this green substance known as kryptonite, something to that effect. Hey, this is what I'm spitballing, bro.
Okay,
deserved an in-depth for sure.
Character study. No, that was definitely wasted potential, right?
It was.
Yeah.
So, because with Batman versus Superman, I agree with you. They fucked up by not giving Henry Cavill Superman his own sequel to Man of Steel and jumping right into the main event per se. We barely got to know him before they were already kind of showing you that Batman was cooler and better. It's almost like Zack Snyder didn't even like Superman.
Yeah.
It's almost like he didn't even like him, right? But that was serious wasted potential, man. Like that shit came out in March that year and got destroyed by Civil War the next month.
I remember
got destroyed.
The con that they announced it. When they announced Batman v Superman, the monologue from Dark Knight Returns, they said it was so hard. I'm like, oh shit, Batman v Superman, and then Marvel did their shit and dropped Civil War. He said, "Not so fast, Chuck."
They did that.
Real quick, I will say this: the only reason why Kevin Feige did that Civil War was just to spite Batman v Superman.
Good.
Which really shows why we need them flipping burgers across the street.
Hey, listen. Good. I'm glad they did that.
Even if they selling them things for dirt cheap, they're gonna be
how good that
extra
came out.
Cheese on the other one.
That shit was fucking magic, bro.
How good that came out.
Listen, but the content creators ate lovely off of Batman versus Superman, dog.
Easy.
Listen, Movie Bob did like a 2.5 hour video essay, part by part, breaking that shit down, man. Like Bob was in his bag on Batman v Superman. But what else you got for wasted potential? What else pops in the mind here, bro? Because I got a couple, but
go while we think, because
okay,
that's the one that hurt me the most. That I can think of.
A recent example to me of wasted potential was the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021.
Ooh.
Like that's a very recent example of wasted potential because there was a huge audience for that. Even with Warner doing their split streaming between theaters and HBO Max, there was a huge turnout when I went to the theater to see that. And that did not feel like Mortal Kombat. It wasn't fun. I could barely see what was on the screen. With the exception of Liu Kang and Kano, I didn't really like anybody who was in the movie. The characters in the Mortal Kombat movie felt like somebody else's idea. It felt like, okay, how do we do this here? Okay, Jax. Who reminds us of Jax? Okay, let's just get what if Captain America was black? What if Captain America was black and used guns with no superpowers? Oh, that's Jax. Okay, because Jax is black in the video game, we can make something happen to him to give him metal arms and just make it make sense, because all we want to do is see him smash somebody's head in, right? With Sonya Blade, who does Sonya Blade remind us of? Okay, let's copy and paste Black Widow, but make her a little bit less interesting and give her a reason to be mad. Let's make her the underdog so that when she proves herself later on, it works, because women need to be the underdog. No, Sonya Blade is a fucking killer in Mortal Kombat, right?
Snap Kano's neck like it wasn't nothing.
Like Liu Kang is the natural. Liu Kang is naturally great at everything he does, but we're gonna make him a street urchin who was saved by Raiden and Kung Lao. When was Liu Kang ever not confident about being Liu Kang? Like, nigga, he was the chosen one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was the chosen one before he even knew he was the chosen one. But Liu Kang has to be an underdog. You know what I'm saying?
They use their original IP to write fan fiction of another IP.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That's it. And then,
nice.
and then that's exactly what they did. And then we get a protagonist, all of that to shoehorn a main character that is only good at taking an ass whooping. Cole Young, his superpower was to take an ass whooping. He got stronger as he got his ass whooped. That's all he was good at. He was
a useless character that should not exist. You have a whole lot of characters, and you make a new character for what? Right. That nobody wants or needs. For what? And then you tie him to Scorpion on top of that.
Okay, again, for what reason? And this was the biggest issue that I had here. It's not like there weren't good parts of Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Like the scenes with Sub-Zero were perfect. Sub-Zero was a horror movie villain. Mm-hmm. Every time you saw Sub-Zero pop up, he was doing things. He was making moves, and motherfuckers were scared of him. The interactions between him and Scorpion are always going to be money, but you took the best parts of that movie, minimized them, gave us a main storyline that felt nothing like Mortal Kombat, and only gave us about 5 to 10 actual minutes of Mortal Kombat. And then it just ended. No tournament, none of that. Okay, this is Mortal Kombat, like wasted potential. And it's crazy because so many people spent their money to see it, and that was like the highest streamed movie of that whole cross streaming and theatrical release era, and they just completely shit the bed on that, bro.
Wow.
Like the stories in the Mortal Kombat game, if Mortal Kombat wasn't such a strong IP, that movie would have done damage.
Would have tanked it.
That movie would have done damage, but that's one of the biggest examples of wasted potential that I can think of currently. But I got a couple more here. I got one that's gonna be controversial, but
get locked in.
But go ahead, Charles. What you got, brother?
Oh, the year was I believe 2011. I might be wrong.
I
was a young lad interested in time travel and teleportation.
Oh,
and a certain title. Sometimes the title says it all. Samuel L. Jackson as a villain.
I know.
Coming on off of Star Wars. Jumper.
Oh man,
Jumper.
You really like Jumper, huh?
I really like.
You really like Jumper. The concept is really good. The concept is
phenomenal. It was original. Potential. It's open world. Like it can be anything. Like sliders could slide through Jumper. Like Quantum Leap could slide through Jumper. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball so bad. Such a cool concept. An orphan kid that jumped somewhere by accident, trying to find his way back. He jumps into vaults. He lives a fast life. What is not interesting about this? The guy jumped a goddamn bus and threw it at somebody. How do you tank this? But they figured it out. They tanked it. They messed it up.
I need to rewatch that movie.
They messed it up. The pacing was horrible. The relationship didn't make sense. And nothing else came from it. It's dead. It would literally be like Harry Potter level if done properly.
Ooh, so let me ask you a question then, Charles.
I like that.
In your opinion, because I remember Jumper, what were the the pacing was an issue. I think that the way the protagonist was written was also an issue.
Yeah, I agree.
He was not likable.
Nope.
Little bit too edgy. Mm-hmm. I mean,
was he?
Yes.
Dang. It's been a while.
I
remember Samuel L. being pretty decent though.
Samuel did his thing. He did Samuel.
He was a very good threat. He was like a bad version of Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his thing.
But and that was a product like during that era. I mean, during that era, all of these movies had the protagonist. They wanted to write their own version of Edward from fucking Twilight, bro. Every protagonist.
Was that it?
It was, bro.
Yeah, that was it.
all those movies that were like anywhere between 16 to 25, like that movie, I Am Number 4.
Oh man,
that was the same shit,
bro. The Amazing Spider-Man, same shit.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
All those characters would like want to be.
Well, and the problem with that though is that okay, with Hayden Christensen, you didn't have to do that with him because he was the fucking prototype for the teenage angst. We wanted to see him as a grown ass man.
Yeah, let him grow.
His age in real life was not reflective of the way he was acting as that character in that movie.
Yeah.
So how could Jumper have been improved, dog? How could it have been improved?
It needed to be more like a quest, I think, more like a heist. Because the threat that way we get away from the stuff with the if they want to build on this love relationship with him and the girl, let it build over a couple movies. They like met half the movie in, and then at the end she was like, "I love you." I'm like, "Fuck, you just met the guy."
Like how many bras has he jumped by this point in the first place?
How many bras does he jump for real? I would like to see a more horror take on it, like the fear, like turn up the fear a little bit, like make a what Samuel Jackson was a threat that I forgot what they were called, but turn up the fear, like when you see an agent in the Matrix.
Yeah,
like, you gotta go. Like you gotta stop talking, go. Like that was it wasn't like that. They needed that level of like that anticipating fear that this thing can happen anymore. Everything was against the clock.
Do you think they should have did it so more they needed him instead of them trying to chase him? They find a way to coerce him to use him for other means.
Betrayal. I like that.
That seems more like a good idea. It's like we can use this to do our own dubious plots.
I like that.
We can use them as an escape.
I'm gonna have to do something with that. I'm gonna have to mess with Jumper, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write something because that shit bugged me, bro.
Yep.
Like imagine having like magic is on lock. Harry Potter, it's on you got it. Like I'm sorry, it's gonna be very hard not to come off like a derivative. I know there's a lot of different types, but it's gonna be tough.
Hey, the concept hasn't been done long enough. I think it'll be a good welcome.
Like
definitely
for that teleportation plus time and all that. Oh,
they fucked it.
It would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. But yeah, that was mine. Wasted potential.
They fucked it.
They really fucked it because they could have launched shows off that, spin-offs.
By today's standards, they definitely would.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, D. Smith, you got another one?
No. I'm trying to think. See, and the minute I get off here, I will have one ready.
All right. Look, I got one right now. I'm gonna serve one up. I'm gonna serve one up right over the plate, and this is something that still is ongoing that hasn't even ended yet, bro. And to me, it's almost like this is a TV show from a different era because it's taking so fucking long. But Stranger Things is wasted potential.
Oh,
that is going to be controversial.
He killed it before it died.
At this point in time, bro.
I like how you said that, Charles.
At this, and I gotta stand. Listen, what did my man say on The Mandalorian? I have spoken. You know what I'm saying? I have spoken. But at this point in time, bro, the reason why Stranger Things to me is wasted potential is we gotta go all the way back to 2016 when it first dropped. That was a completely different era, and it wasn't even that long ago in the grand scheme of entertainment, right? But you think about where Netflix was at in 2016, right? There were the shows that really established Netflix as a streaming platform for original programming were House of Cards and Stranger Things. Those were the two shows that cracked off Netflix as an original content provider.
Yep.
With Stranger Things, that was an overnight sensation because so many people were able to get into it from jump. Yes, it was a derivative of all of Stephen King, especially like season one.
John Carpenter and Stephen King stuff.
Spielberg.
Yes, and Spielberg
and King. You're right. Wait, actually, it's both. You're right.
All of that, right? Season one was perfect.
Yeah.
Season one was perfect. Season 2 was great as well. There was no added fat on season 1 and season 2 because it kept going. It happened. They didn't wait too long in between trying to tell that fucking story to where nothing came in between that. The priority for Netflix was let's make this show great, get our subscribers up, and really do some things. I remember like Stranger Things took home Emmys, dog, as a streaming show. Like that was something that was unheard of at that time.
Nobody directors too.
Right.
There were nobodies.
You know what I'm saying? And now we're here 7 years later and the show hasn't ended yet, but there hasn't been any time jump to explain why, you know what I mean? My man Michael is fucking 6'1" and he's 11 years old. There's no explanation as to why Lucas has bass in his voice, and there's no explanation for why Joyce and Jonathan look like they're my age. There's no explanation for any of that shit, bro. Like, and we're just supposed to believe that it's still 1985 in Indiana. like respectfully, dog. Like, let's keep this 100. Millie Bobby Brown. Man. Millie Bobby Brown is like 19, 20 years old now, bro. Like Drake was in her DMs.
Lord, please don't bring that back up.
No, but you get the point I'm trying to say here. Yeah. Like now, when you see Stranger Things and you see number 11, she's not number 11 anymore. Like that's a grown ass woman portraying the role of an adolescent to a teenager.
It just feels strange.
Very strange. And the plot and the way that they're moving the story along isn't doing anything that's better than what they did it before to account for all of the time that it's taken between now and when the show started.
I think they peaked.
They peaked around season 2.
Yep.
Season 2 is when it peaked. Season 3 is when it should have wrapped up because that was the first time we had to wait. Like that's the first time they took that break year in between dropping the production. This last season of Stranger Things, bro, where you're giving us 2.5 hour episodes. Why are we?
I remember that.
Like the finale was 2.5 hours, and that wasn't the last episode of the show.
That's just lazy, bro.
Like, why are we padding this out to be this long if we're still gonna do a comeback after it? Wasted potential, completely different. Like Stranger Things ain't moving units in the street like it was 5 years ago. They should have wrapped that needed to end 3 years ago, bro.
Yep, I agree.
Wasted potential,
big time.
And they were in the running for being one of to look.
Say it. Let it go.
Listen, at the rate they were going, Stranger Things really had a chance to be in that special group of TV shows, bro. Yep. Up there with your Law and Orders, your Breaking Bads, and its own X-Files. Stranger Things for a very short window of time had that chance to be transcendent television. And now it's just something else that's on Netflix.
It is. Ooh.
It's just something
else.
You
have to end like that?
Absolutely. Wasted potential, bro. Like that was that was up there with the X-Files, bro. It could have been there. We could have been doing spinoffs by now. We could have been doing Stranger Things 2K by now. Stranger Things 1999 by now. Like, no, but it's still 1985.
You're right. Stranger. I didn't even think of that. Man.
Super wasted potential, bro. Super wasted potential.
Wow. They dropped the ball. How much of it was COVID?
Okay.
Season 3 was before COVID, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Season 3 was.
It got right out before COVID.
Season 3 was
18 or 19.
2019 was season 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They still had a chance.
Oh man, Donovan said Millie
Sure, for photos with no signatures.
I mean, hey, so there
money.
you go.
Big
there
money.
you go. And I mean, so between the pandemic and a writer's strike now, I mean, you're not gonna see Stranger Things before the next election. Like and the thing that's crazy is that there still hasn't been another show in that lane that took that spot.
Yeah, that's the thing with Netflix, man. They would have like a hit every year that like was a new, like it would be either a movie or a new show. Squid Game kinda came and did its own thing.
I say Squid Game was it, but there hasn't been anything else since.
Nothing since Squid Game. Before that, maybe Castlevania.
Yeah,
I didn't really move the needle though to cartoon.
Nope. Niche audience.
Yeah, niche audience. But you're right. Nothing like when they were hitting the House of Cards, Stranger Things, Daredevil. They were just
Orange is the New Black.
People sweating.
I never got into that, but that's true. Orange is the New Black was a hit.
It was a hit to somebody.
And it was a hit to a lot of women.
Fell off, bro.
Huh?
It kind of fell off.
It did.
Really hard.
See?
Man.
All right.
You know what else happened? They had too much content. Have you seen everyone wearing the Hellfire Gang shirts? I think they still racking it up with the
yeah. They swimming in merch right now. They swimming in merch. But that show is never, there's something about a show when it's really at its peak, when you can tell everything is clicking. And when it goes past that point, you could feel it. It looks like it's not clicking anymore.
Yeah. You're right.
Saying? It looks out of place. Like everything isn't really rocking the way that it was before, man. Like that was
when they force like trying to relive past moments, like, and it doesn't fit.
Yep.
Those are the ones that are really odd. They did that a lot this last season. Like, y'all don't talk like that anymore. Y'all are like 20. Stop. What are you doing? Like, y'all are older now. Like,
act like it.
Act like it. Like, y'all are, you're damn near that other guy, the older guy. Funny enough, I like the other guy more. He seems
Steve, right? Steve,
right? He's the only one that seems realistic now.
Man, yeah. Steve is the old
everybody else can get killed by whatever monster. For all I know.
Word. That's a fact right
He should be the last survivor if they want to turn things around.
Like you right about Steve is the only character that has actually made like progression from where
his arc. He actually has an arc. No one else arc. Homeboy that's turning into a thing but not turning into a thing. I guess it was an analogy for him being in the closet the whole time, I guess.
What? I mean, yeah.
That seems like it.
What's his name? Oh, fuck. What was his... Damn it. What's his name, bro? I see his face, but I don't remember.
I don't know. Mike.
No, Mike is messing with L.
What's the other white name for Mike? There's another one. There's one. There's an adjacent name. What is it?
Man, hey, Donovan, help us out in the chat, man. What's his name? Will. I mean, yeah.
Another name for Mike is Will.
I mean, look, you see it from a mile away, but you see that from a mile away. Obviously, he's in love with his best friend. But you know, whatever, right? Like to me, Stranger, the best, like season 1 was cool, but I love season 2, man. When Elle went on the run and met up with the other kids, bro, and they told that story.
Yeah.
I was rocking with that, man. I was really fucking rocking with that, man. And they blew that shit, bro.
They really did. Man.
For real.
That's a heavy one.
Yeah. Wasted potential. Whenever that comes back, I'm gonna watch it, but like that's not like on demand. I need to see Stranger Things right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think my mom cares to watch it anymore. Like my mom was locked in on Stranger Things.
The first two,
bro.
man.
Yeah, man. But you know, they brought they revived Winona Ryder. They brought her all the way back. They
really did. Winona Ryder, man.
They brought her all the way back, man. Oh man, Donovan tripping, bro. Never seen one episode.
No.
Wow.
Well,
hey, I'll be honest. I haven't finished the season.
Then don't watch the rest.
I'll say I haven't finished the season.
You haven't finished the season.
That's rough.
Season 1 was like 8 episodes, I think.
I think I got like 3 in. I was like, oh, I see where y'all are going.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wait. Yeah. All right. What else y'all got, man? I like this topic. I'm digging.
I can't think of a single other thing that is worth talking about.
I agree.
Right now, I can't think of a single thing.
Wasted potential because the expectation for a lot of them just wasn't there.
Okay. Well, all right. Well,
I'm about to say I want to pose another question to you.
Hey, go for it. Go for it.
I've asked this before, but after listening to Black Lord's Comics mention this last night, we need another franchise. What does that a new like? We're in the 2020s now. There needs to be a new big hit that galvanizes and cultivates. What does that look like? Give me something. Give me something.
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean,
like a genre.
We talk
genre, new IP, new genre. Reinvent the genre. Anything. What's gonna pop this decade?
Honestly, I'm gonna say
at this point we're all just eating recycled old leftovers.
Oof. They said this.
We're just eating mutated cows at this point.
Wait, I mean, look, I'm gonna. This is my take on this.
Right.
My take on it though is that I mean it's all. I'm not okay. I'm gonna say it's always been like that though. I mean.
Yeah, but we always get 1 or 2 outliers per decade. The ones that really to say that we're living in a new time, you know?
I see what you're saying. The defining movie or show of the decade. We don't have one for 2020.
So so let's step back then. For the 2010s, what was it?
When did Lost stop?
That
was The Walking Dead.
The Lost ended in 2008 or 2009.
That was the prior decade. That it was Game of Thrones. It was Game of Thrones and Walking Dead.
Okay.
2010s.
Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and the leftovers of
Breaking Bad.
Undisputed.
Without
what?
I'm saying, well, no, because Breaking Bad started in 2008, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it started. That's why I said leftovers.
Okay,
yeah.
Leftovers. But for the 2010s, we'll say Walking Dead and Game of Thrones were the signature joints of that last decade, right?
I would say so.
The anchors. I'll say the anchors.
Okay.
And then Marvel. I mean, Marvel, all the Marvel stuff, obviously.
Yeah, and then they just they piled it on.
2020.
It's rough.
2020 is rough.
It's rough because there's so much, like you said, there's so much content. But I mean, look, we touched on this before. My take on it is that with The Last of Us making that imprint that they made, video game adaptations are a license to print money now. Okay. The Last of Us is not the signature joint. No, we're not doing that. No. Not after one season. No. Wait.
Yes, absolutely. So video game adaptations.
There's going to be one of those, something else. I mean, Mario Brothers just hit $1 billion. The Sonic franchise started in 2020. There are 3 movies in now. There's a lot of other shit. Eli Roth, the horror guy, is actually directing the live action adaptation of Borderlands.
Okay, that's the future.
Yep.
Video games.
Kevin Hart, I think, might be in it. And I think wiped out. I think Kate Beckinsale. I don't know. They all look the same, man. Kate Winslet.
Straight bullet.
I think it's supposed to be in that too. That's the wave for, I think, the 2020s. They are looking at actually putting directors who know what they're doing behind the adaptations of these video games instead of just, oh well, we're gonna make this hour and a half and we're gonna make a little bit of money off of it. That's my take on this for this decade here.
Okay.
Man,
My next question, following up on that, what do you would think is going to be the next one then, as far as game that will pop off in a major way? That'll do Mario numbers or close to Mario numbers.
That's rough. I can't. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I don't got the heart. I don't got the heart to make that kind of projection, bro.
Okay.
What I would like. I mean,
all right, I'll take that.
What I would like. It'd be cool. Okay. The Last of Us established it for television. That's the template for television adaptations of video games, even though The Witcher did it first. Hold on. What Donovan said? Even though The Witcher did it first, they got to learn fast.
Well, to Mario. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm dancing right now. I got my tap dancing shoes on right now.
I said Mega Man last time.
Right.
Mega Man would probably be, going for one of those old. How do you fight a classic? I'm gonna say it this way. How do you fight a classic staple character?
You gotta get another classic. Yeah. You gotta get another classic.
We already got Sonic out the gate, so Mega Man. Who else is from that era?
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of shit going on right now, bro. There's the Streets of Rage that they're making right now. Mortal Kombat
Street Fighter.
2. I mean, I hope they leave Street Fighter alone. I don't want to see Street Fighter.
Street Fighter TV show.
That works better. That
works way better.
That would work better.
Way better.
There's only one Mario though. Like there's only one video game franchise that can make $1 billion in less than 30 days. It's an uphill. Ooh, okay. Donovan in the chat talking some shit right now. Okay.
Hold up.
Call of Duty.
Oh, yes.
Can they?
Yes. Price, Ghost.
I mean, we're gonna see.
That's the price alone.
We're gonna see
they
what
can't
Rainbow
do
Six.
But they can still, if they're fast, they can do a Call of Duty.
We're gonna see what Rainbow Six does.
Rainbow. I forgot about Rainbow Six.
Hold on, man.
Somebody's
Hold on, bro. Yeah, I hear some static, man.
Hold on.
Is that coming from me? We good?
I don't hear it anymore.
We good? All right, cool. We good. I mean, we're gonna see about Rainbow Six.
Yeah. But Rainbow Six isn't as big as it used to be, but Call of Duty is much bigger than Rainbow Six.
Oh yeah. But Donovan's saying we got to go for the bigger games. I'm sure Charles will be back, but that's man, and I'm sorry, but like
Fortnite. Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
Fortnite. I could see Fortnite doing $1 billion.
It at this point, because like Donovan said when he reviewed Super Mario Brothers, that was very safe, very paint by numbers, and it made what they wanted it to make. Even though it didn't do anything outside of what people expected, it did what it needed to do. Right?
Minecraft.
I'm
gonna say Minecraft is the next one.
Well, I mean, I don't know nothing about Minecraft. I'm not in tune with Minecraft.
It's worth, like, it makes billions. It's made a couple billions.
But Microsoft got to get off their ass and make that choice. I mean, but see, it has to be. That's the thing there. Like, I could get up here and say I want to see a Metal Gear Solid movie until I turn blue in the face. But as much as I love Metal Gear Solid, that's not on the same level of cross-generational appeal as Super Mario Brothers. But what it means is that if Super Mario Brothers can establish a baseline of showing the other studios, hey, this is what we can do on the TV end of it. This is what HBO just did with The Last of Us. This is what Netflix did with The Witcher. More, even with Halo, even though they fucked it, they gave it a shot. They're at least trying to brand these video game IPs as live action franchises. The fact that they're willing to even try that tells me that that is our wave for the 2020s. I don't know shit about Borderlands. I don't know anything about Borderlands. But for Eli Roth to be attached to that, I mean, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? What do we like? I wouldn't have expected a guy like that to be directing a movie based on Borderlands. Have you ever played that game, by the way?
No, but I know it's basically just Mad Max if you stuck Deadpool in it.
Well, there you go. Hey, you know, it'd be cool to see Fallout. That'd be cool. I thought
that would have to be no. I want BioShock. Fuck that. I want BioShock.
That was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen like 12 years ago. That should be on BioShock should be on Netflix right now. Like BioShock should have been one of the first.
BioShock's a good one.
That should have been one of the first live action adaptations. That would have carried over perfectly. An extended universe with BioShock Infinite and the first BioShock would have been perfect, but the studio didn't want to pull the trigger on that when they had the chance to do it. So I don't know. I mean, they tried doing things with Resident Evil for the last 20 years. So,
I'm still, back to disappointment. All those Resident Evil movies.
Never seen
expectations
one.
for Resident Evil though.
I did way at the beginning.
The first one wasn't horrible, right? Okay. It kind of fit in that.
That was a good B movie.
It was a
B movie area, the dog and everything.
How do you fuck it? Never mind. Never mind. Let's move on.
They're gonna fuck up God of War. Oh God.
Oh man. Hey, dad of boy. Yeah, they gonna fuck it up. I hope that's another one they need to leave alone. Twisted Metal is coming out on Peacock.
I was thinking if they go like full cringe, like goofy with it, it's gonna be amazing.
I hope
if they do that, because Anthony Mackie can do that.
I'll say that's the only way they can do it, bro. Because the games are just like that.
Oh man, that could be special.
I want to see Spectre so bad.
Ooh.
Who was Spectre again? Which one was that?
In the white sports car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, blue lines.
Blue hair, that kind of dude.
Listen,
I hope they get the race car driver that does the tornadoes.
I think we're gonna see them all. See, Twisted Metal could be special. That could be special.
It really could.
That could be. So you see, they're taking more risks now because they need the content, and streaming and gaming kind of cross over with each other, man. For this decade, that's where it's gonna be at, man.
All right.
That's
I like that answer.
That's where it's gonna be at. But my man said they gonna fuck up Dad of War. Don't make it. They don't need to make that, bro. Oh my goodness. I hope they don't make it, bro. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's up, man. I mean, like I said, I want to see Fallout. I think Amazon Prime. There were rumors that they were gonna do a Fallout series, but that never really got off of the ground. I think the two things that they need to make the gaming franchises work, they need a lot of lore. They need lore and a lot of fan service to fall back on. That is one thing that matters when it comes to trying to do shit like this. You need lore. You need things, visual cues.
Hollow Knight. It's still just a little niche.
Who?
But Hollow Knight.
I never heard of
it. It's an indie game.
No, that's Alan Wake.
It's an indie game. It has a very deep lore and a dedicated fan base.
I mean, was Uncharted a bad movie?
It's all right.
Uncharted?
I'm more mad at who's playing Drake. That's the whole reason why I still hate that movie.
You know why they did it though. Sony.
I know, but I could still be a hater.
Oh yeah, hey, listen. Hey, I'll be real with you. That Sony victory lap off of No Way Home into Uncharted was masterful. That was fucking masterful, dog.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted was not good at all. Like that, it wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. But yeah, Diet Indiana Jones with Mark Wahlberg as a guy named Sully.
Failed considering how big the franchise is. Ooh. It didn't do good.
Did y'all see Detective Pikachu?
I didn't pay money to see it.
Because I was
the plot of that was literally a script they wrote in the 90s that they just shelved. It literally felt like it was written in 1999, and the technology was just good enough that someone pulled it off the shelf, blew on it, and just gave it to somebody.
So Deadpool as Pikachu, that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to get it over the hump, huh? Nobody remembers Ryan Reynolds' voice in Pikachu.
I remember. I remember the little dance they released too for like 5 hours of Pikachu doing an aerobics dance.
So should it have been Pokemon? So what they should have did, the movie should have been Pokemon Go. That's what it should have been.
I think so.
I think they should have just did Pokemon like the games, like the OG games. Start off with Red. And
like
just have him
as
backtrack.
Ash or
say what?
As Ash?
No, like Red.
Red.
The guy that Ash is based off is just named Red. I guess named Ash because Red is stupid.
Yeah, that's inside baseball right there.
Calling somebody Red. Baseball. Hey, Red.
Wait, I mean, Detective Pikachu failed, huh? Did they do well? I wonder how they did well like overseas though.
That's a good point. Probably make good money.
Yeah, because I mean, even with Pokemon,
the special effects were good.
Yeah,
that was almost enough to get me to go see it. I was just like, nah.
I mean, shit, man. Like, look, they need to hurry up with these with this Nintendo universe, man. They need to just go ahead and get that out of the way, man.
Ooh.
Oh man, that face, that's not a good face, huh? What it do, bro? What
290 international, so 428 altogether.
That came out in 2018.
That's okay.
2019.
2019. Okay.
It was
Shanti numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it came out in 2018. Damn, man. But I swear, like that's. I mean, all that mattered in 2019, bro. Hold on. See, that'll be a next one. Like 2019 was a big year in theaters, bro. Huge. I got one more wasted potential though. One more. Now that we backtracking, the live action Lion King was wasted potential for me. It was, and
I thought it was gonna be bad. I thought it was gonna be bad.
Okay, and was it?
It wasn't horrible. It felt unneeded though.
Very safe.
Very safe. Okay, they didn't change anything.
Too safe.
Yeah. Too safe.
And for me, the reason I say it was wasted potential, and I'll make this quick here. I felt that they modified Scar's origin story to where he was in love with Mufasa's wife. They modified that in the movie.
How did I not catch that?
Because honestly,
it didn't matter.
Because it didn't matter. Like that was his driving force for wanting to kill Mufasa was because he wanted to kill he wanted to kill the leader of the Pride and claim what was rightfully his. So if we can change that part of the story, there's other parts that they could have changed, bro. Like, so why was that the thing that y'all felt needed to be changed from the original script? Like, it wasn't enough for Scar just to be a vile, you know what I mean, jealous motherfucker. Like, he had to be chasing some trim. It had to be that. Right? So for me, because nobody remembers The Lion King 2 on VHS. To me,
I don't know what you thought.
Ooh, that was I haven't watched that in like 20 years, bro.
Simba's Pride?
Oh yeah,
I remember.
I mean, yeah, and to me, we could have really.
I see where you're going.
We could have made this Lion King like a mixture of both of those movies to set up the Lion King trilogy, and really like do some shit to elevate what it was we were trying to do. Because the live action Lion King could never match the classic. So why are you trying to do the classic National Geographic style? Make this make this as good as you can make it for a new generation, and for our generation to be like, damn, you know what? I do want to watch this with my kids one day instead of just watching the original Lion King
at home.
I want to give that man a job at Disney, man.
In fact, the idea that you said that now makes me think about Aladdin 2 or Aladdin 3, King of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
How I wish they would do that as a sequel, because that was a solid idea of him finding his dad and them going to something about a golden hand.
Oh,
the treasure of a golden hand, which would really work well.
I'm waiting.
That's what they need to do with these remakes. Take all of the stupid movies that went straight to DVD and rework them.
Yes.
Mulan too.
Yes, because most people don't really remember the straight to video era of Disney. Like that's an era that fucking disappeared. Like those are so many ideas that you could splice into instead of just trying to do paint by numbers remakes type shit. Like Donovan told me he walked out of Aladdin when he went to see it in 2019.
Oh damn.
But the more I think about it, bro, what Disney was doing in 2019, we should have known what the fuck they were doing. In 2019, they released Aladdin, Toy Story, The Lion King, Endgame. There might have been some.
It made $7 billion. They took home $7 billion clean
that year.
And in a span of months, they did this in a matter of months. Endgame dropped in April of 2019, and it was in theaters the same time that Aladdin was in theaters in 2019. Toy Story was in theaters around that same time too, and then Lion King dropped in August. What Disney was doing was releasing all of those movies to get ready for the rollout of Disney Plus at the end of the year. Disney Plus was up and running by the end of 2019, bro. They got their nut and then put it all on the app in 2019, bro.
Wow.
It's almost like they knew something was gonna happen in 2020, but I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but that's an insane run, right?
Timing's impeccable,
man. Fuck my life.
Yeah, but are there any of them live action movies that y'all liked? I thought Aladdin was okay, but
nah.
Not really. Yeah, it's a tough.
I liked Endgame.
You liked what? You liked what?
I said I liked Endgame.
Oh, I mean, so like the Little Mermaid is probably gonna go that same route. They're just very uninspired when it comes to these live action joints, man. They did Beauty
and Little Mermaid has a sequel. They could have done that.
Like again, back to what we were saying. Do all the straight to DVD movies better. I remember Lady and the Tramp 2 actually being really good.
I mean, is Brother Bear next?
Oh hell no! Stop! Don't wish that brother voodoo on me, brother.
The Fox and the Hound.
Y'all ready for Fox and the Hound?
Oh man, they not ready for that. They not ready for Fox and the Hound, bro. They
might as well do Bambi then.
They not ready for that either. That's too.
That gotta be graphic.
Yeah, that's too much.
I won't accept anything less than a full ass bullet shot.
Cocaine Bambi. They gotta do it.
Hey, I like it. Oh man,
Cocaine Bambi.
With the Wasted Potential, I got one.
All right, what we got, man?
What dies this decade?
Like, what's gonna die out?
I think the mystery box shows died last decade.
Oh,
right. So what dies this decade? Shows, movies. What dies?
Oh, okay. You mean big franchises or
anyone? I would say. I think remember that what decade was it? Divergent died. Oh, Jungle Book wasn't bad.
Jungle Book
wasn't bad. Jungle Book wasn't bad.
Oh, wait.
They did two versions of Jungle Book, which was weird.
Yeah, they did. They did the Netflix version, and then the Disney version. Yeah,
interesting.
That was.
Oh yeah, because they don't own the IP. It's based on the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how they made their money off of a public domain, but they won't let Mickey Mouse slip in the public domain. It's funny how that works, huh?
Hey,
that is funny.
It's business.
Funny.
It's business, man. You do the same.
I just couldn't help but say it.
But the YA died last.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Oh man,
Maze Runner. So what dies this decade?
Oh shit! And they trying to they really like, bro. There's another Hunger Games coming out in November, man.
I don't think they're gonna go the YA route.
They're trying to make money off of that mutated cow.
That's a prequel.
Drama.
But what's gonna die out this era? Honestly, I hope that the remakes die out in this era.
Okay.
I hope, and when I say the remakes, I hope that the condensed streaming remakes of prior movie franchises die out in this decade. Like, how much mileage does a Wednesday Addams TV show really have? How much?
It did well though, bro.
It did well, bro. You might be talking too soon.
Right. I mean, but I wish you would have picked something a little bit better.
Well, hold on. No, this is what I'm saying.
Like House Party.
Hold on. Well, this is what I'm saying though. Like that's the one that worked. That's the one that worked.
True.
The next 8 that they try to do are probably not gonna work. The next 8,
My Man Can't Jump.
Damn, that's already out.
Yeah. The next 8 that they do probably will not have similar success. And even
how's Fresh Prince doing?
I saw 1 episode of Bel Air, dog. I couldn't do it. It's still on. I know it's still on Peacock, but I couldn't do it, man. Like, when you're trying to do grounded and realism, Fresh Prince of Bel Air with Carlton sniffing Xanax and all of that shit, bro.
What?
Like, yeah, in the first episode, man, it's not what did Will say? He said, "Oh man, don't let me interrupt you doing coke. It's not coke, it's Xanax."
Wow.
So like, I'm not. That doesn't hit it. That doesn't do it for me with Bel Air, dog. I mean, Donovan has a very hot take here.
The superhero genre is on notice. What is the last one that hit a bill?
Oh, I like that.
So before we answer that, before we get into that, my question is: are we judging? Does it have to though? Is that a metric now that we're judging? Is a superhero movie not hitting $1 billion? Is that reflective of the quality of the movie?
No.
I think not so much the quality of the movie, the enthusiasm of the audience.
Okay.
So if Captain Marvel hit a Billy and Captain Marvel wasn't that good. Captain Marvel, it just came in after Endgame.
Yep.
But Doctor Strange with Sam Raimi couldn't hit a Billy, or Chadwick Sendoff couldn't hit a Billy. Y'all might want to reconsider what this audience you thought you had on lock is doing. It's slowly eroding. Slowly.
Okay. They're on notice.
They're on notice for sure. That's a good take.
They're on notice, but I mean, what did Black Panther do? Like 800?
It is 800. It's not horrible, but
yeah, it's not.
Black Panther is that's Coogler.
Right.
Like they don't got Gunn just left.
Yep. That's a Hall of Fame.
No one wants Taika Waititi.
Nope.
Like Waikiki.
Yo, but I like. You know what? Now that I think about that, it's almost as if they got to do a reset on everything that they're doing now.
I think they do.
I mean, the Batman did respectable, right? That did pretty
7.
The Batman did pretty good.
It made a little bit of money.
I would, and I mean that's even with the streaming, because that was on HBO Max within like a month. That crashed HBO Max during the weekend of Easter when that dropped.
Mm-hmm.
He said 800 mil is the bill for superheroes. All right, that's fair. I think the next Batman is gonna hit $1 billion.
I think so too, or get very close.
The next Batman will do gangbusters.
That's on his track record too. He always Matt Reeves.
Yep.
The next one's always better.
Yeah, like the even as a brand, Batman as a brand picks up steam as things heat up a little bit. Go on. But to answer your question, Donovan, I think the last superhero movie that crossed that $1 billion threshold was No Way Home. I think that was the last one, and that was
Spider-Man. Didn't
it? No, I'm saying that was the last one.
Oh.
That was almost 2 years ago at this point. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and in that time frame, we had Top Gun, and we also had Mario Brothers, and we also had the movie that I don't want to talk about. So yes, the marketplace is kind of eroding as far as it relates to that. They got to figure out a way to make something great, but also make it an event that people need to be there to be able to see. So
100%.
That's a great point there, Donovan. But as far as what genre dies, I think that the remakes need to die, and this is why. And I think we can kind of wrap it up on this here. The problem that I got with the 90s remakes in particular is that they're being remade as if they were great in their time to begin with. White Man Can't Jump was not a great movie. It was a very good cult movie. It was a very good niche cult sports movie with Woody Harrelson, Rosie Perez, and Wesley Snipes. It was not an all-time great sports movie. Nobody is putting White Man Can't Jump in their top 20 of all-time sports movies. Nobody's doing that, right? What else did they do? Wednesday Addams. I love the Addams Family. That only works because they captured a lot of the things that they're doing right. But like I said, the next 8 remakes of 90s shit that they try to do is not going to work. On my TV, it shows me a section of 90s remakes. There's a section of 90s I'll take a picture of it before I go to bed, and I'll show you.
Please, I want to see that.
There's a section on my TV of 90s remakes, and it's like nobody's going to watch this shit, dog. They're treating this shit from the 90s like it was great when it wasn't. And that's why none of these
nostalgia.
Yeah, and that's why
generation's nostalgia.
Yeah, and I mean, even in our time, it wasn't all that.
Oh no, I guess I'll save it for the next one.
No, what you got on the way out, bro?
Good Burger, bro.
Good Burger remake. Damn, you guys have cursed it. Ugh.
Bro, if they did this in the 2010s, I would have the early 2010s, I would have let it slide.
We're taking too long.
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know, bro.
The only way I'd be interested in Good Burger is if we made Keenan and Kel the Black Jay and Silent Bob. That's the only way I'd be interested, dog. Good Burger better be welcome to Good Burger, motherfucker. What you want?
Oh man.
Welcome, like that would be the because we're adults now.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take that if they do that, but probably not.
No, they doing it for the kids. They doing it for the kids. That's the only way that would work.
They tried to do Coming to America too.
Never. I refused.
That was terrible.
I refused. That never happened, bro.
I watched that with family, and they literally like, "Wow, that was a good movie." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wasn't that PG-13?
Yes.
Oh god.
Eddie Murphy did it for the bag. He did it for the bag.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
But damn, I forgot. Yeah. What up?
I was just thinking, this was random. I thought of it one day, and I thought you guys would appreciate it. I would love an Eddie Murphy Onion and Nile Murder on the Nile. I would love detective. Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Series or spoof?
I would take whatever. I would love him to get that to play that kind of character.
Yo, that would be so fire, bro.
That would be so fire, bro.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that, I'm like, yo, that'd be so fire. It could be like African stuff too. Or stuff like Black culture stuff. That would be dope. That would be Who Done It? Oh,
with Eddie Murphy right in the middle of that.
Murder in Harlem.
We just gave them some money just now, because that would be fire.
Man, imagine if they did that in the 80s.
Let that man
bro.
work. That would be dope.
That would have been way better if they did in the 80s.
Did it in
Murder
the
in
80s.
Harlem, maybe?
Come
Something like that.
I'll take it. I'll take a detective that's washed up, trying to get back into the group. That'd be so fun.
No. I want the Stern dress suit. He keeps a tea in his hand.
He's doing Pink Panther though.
Yeah. We will. I mean, he don't got to be Benoit Blanc. He don't got to be Benoit Blanc. He just needs to be Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
He just needs to be Eddie Murphy, right?
I love that. I think that'd be dope. I just think I don't. It came to me randomly.
I mean, bro, they let Keith Branagh do Death on the Nile and Girl on the Train, but we can't get one Eddie Murphy joint, bro.
One, man. Let us get that. Let's touch that whodunit genre.
That would be.
What do you think about that blowing up this decade? Do you think that?
I don't have my wallet on me,
room
but
to breathe in it.
There is. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room.
I don't think I can get tired of those films.
Nope. I agree with you. You on to something, Charles. You on to something.
I agree with you as well, Charles.
Those are very good.
Glass Onion was good.
Yeah.
That made me want more. And that made me want to pay for more.
It did. And it gets these big actors out of their... They're no longer in this... the aura's gone. They're just like... All right, y'all acting now. You ain't... You know what I'm saying?
Because man, for the first Knives Out, I think Chris Evans kind of sold it as a real actor.
Yeah.
He sold it as an actor in that movie because we weren't used to seeing him being an arrogant prick like that.
No.
Man, Jamie Lee Curtis was in her bag. The whodunit genre, you're right. You on to something because I think we're patient enough because we want to be surprised. We don't want it to be predictable and feel like we know what's going to happen. We like the idea of it being right in front of us and not being able to see it.
But no double twist.
Right. Ryan Johnson.
I want that again. Like in the first Knives Out, that double twist thing made me mad.
The double twist.
Wasn't there a double twist?
There was the guy. You've all seen him. Yeah, he killed.
Yeah.
The medication was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't need a double twist like that again. That felt.
How mad were you?
I was pissed, bro. I thought it was cheap.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you sometimes. As long as it's not stupid, I'm straight. If it's not like something stupid, like just completely like, oh, it was aliens or some shit.
Yeah.
As long as they don't do some shit like that, I'm straight. Like it can be something like okay, well that's stupid, but I'm engaged.
Because even with
you'll let things fly, like anything.
Not that just this genre. That's it. That's the only one that gets to pass.
Oh yeah, because I mean, even the thing with the hot sauce. Oh
yeah, that was corny.
Glass Onion was kind of dumb. Like,
that was super dumb.
Like, y'all don't smell hot sauce. Y'all don't smell hot sauce.
That was dumb. Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you on that. That genre is still untapped because there's so many different ways. When it's good, which Glass Onion was, even with Death on the Nile, you're entertained by it, even if it's trash. Yeah. So, damn, man, I'm here for that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
We need the Benoit Blanc trilogy to come to a close because
you can't bring weak writing to that though.
No, you can't.
That's all. It's all writing for pretty much.
Right.
There's no spectacle. So they can't bring weak writing to that one.
Man, because
again, like we said, like Hitchcock, it's got to be tight.
Right. Because even like I'm thinking about the cast of Glass Onion, like even Batista, Dave Batista brought his working shoes to that joint, man. Kate Hudson brought hers, like Janelle Monáe. I wasn't really sold on her being in movies like that, but she brought it. It's even cool to see Daniel Craig like kind of step out. He's still 007 to me.
Forever.
But it's cool to see him take that seriousness of him being in that role into this kind of lighter thing to bring some credibility to it, man. Like, damn, we need another Knives Out, man. Ryan Johnson knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I hope he doesn't take too long.
And the budget shouldn't be crazy for those either.
Right.
Yeah, no spectacle.
Right.
There's no spectacle in it.
Damn, bro.
Just one good location. One solid good location.
Hell,
good editing.
That's what's up, man.
Good writing.
That's what's up, dog. All right, man. We can wrap it up there. This was a good
Oh yeah.
This was some good shit here, man. Donovan, man. When you see this, brother, like we done put in about 8 hours of content over the last like 72 hours, man. Show us some love, brother. You know what I mean? Chop this up and throw it out on the YouTube, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, you mean on that note, we're gonna end the broadcast right there, man. Peace to all the subscribers. Shout outs to Charles. Shout outs to my guy D Smith, Majin, Orion Online, Troy, all y'all good brothers out there for the behind the scene podcast. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
All right, fam.
Later.